Welcome back, everybody. The legislative session is underway with housing and cost of living the biggest issues facing lawmakers. And Senate President Ron Kouchi joins us now. Thank you for being here on Sunrise on a weekend.
Sure.
Well, we did hear from the governor, the State of the State address, and then, of course, a week and a half into the session now. What's your feeling going into this particular session? Is it different from previous years?
Well, it's certainly different with a brand new leadership team in the House. And it's not just a new leadership team, but there are almost half of the House members are in their first or second term in the legislature. So there's going to be a lot of getting to know you. What are their priorities? What is their style of working as we go forward? The good news is that our revenue picture is solid, and so I think we're going to be able to come up with funding for quite a bit of the problems that we're confronted with.
Mm-hmm. It seems like same but different, yeah? What do you hope to accomplish this session?
And it's not me, and I know in the lead-in you said what were my priorities. We really have the priorities of the Senate majority, but at the very top is housing. We need more affordable units. In any sector to recruit and retain employees. The lack of affordable housing options is a huge impediment. In particular, we are placing an emphasis on 80 to 140 of median income, which is where teachers, firefighters, police officers, nurses fall. We have put so much focus on 80 and below, and all of a sudden we've priced out the very people well, not the Alice group, because teachers start at 50,000. Median income family of four is at 100, so you need to make 80,000 or less. A lot of times teachers meet their spouse while teaching at a school, so with 100,000 or more in income, they don't qualify for some of the rent programs. So we need to get it up to 140. So in the governor's proposed budget, there's an emphasis to say we need an equal amount for both 80 and below and 80 to 140 to keep our first responders and teachers
and
home.
That's what's driving a lot of people out of the state. As I mentioned, the Alice report, a lot of people kind of not finding it feasible.
And toward the Alice report, there was speculation that maybe the tax cut that we passed last year was going to maybe be rolled back because of how much it costs. But where the budget is, and to help those families, we're not even considering rolling back the tax cut we made. We know that it's necessary for the residents in the community now.
Are you, I guess, satisfied or at least okay with the pace at how housing is being addressed and affordable housing?
No, it just takes so long. But anytime you talk about expediting, then they want to be sure you're not skipping certain environmental rules. You need to do the community planning process so everybody knows what's happening. But it takes 3 years or more, from the time we put the money in for units to start being built. During COVID, one of the ways to make up for tourism, we invested in infrastructure and housing. And so you're really starting to see quite a bit of activity, as the governor described in the State of the State. As those units are coming along, now we need to just keep putting more money in so that we have an ongoing pipeline. And I'm confident that we're now going to see a pace over the next 3 to 4 years that will make a much bigger difference.
Okay, and we're looking forward to that. We didn't even get to a lot of the other issues that's facing the legislature, but we hope to have you back again, and we will continue to cover a lot of what's happening on the legislative session here on Hawaii News Now.